Greetings and welcome to this freedom meditation and morning motivational speech. So, what does the word freedom mean to you? To be free, dom. Freedom. Almost as though there is a dome that we have been trapped in, and we are freeing ourselves from this bubble of protection that society has so cunningly placed us in. The fundamental truth to every interaction, every conversation, every situation, everything you do in life, and I mean everything, is a internal projection and reflection, and is all created within your own awareness, your own consciousness, if you like. So the relationship that you have to other people is a reflection of the relationship you have to yourself. And strangely, sometimes we need to go through situations giving ourselves incompletion, thinking that perhaps our love is not enough, when deep down we know that it is, until we realize that perhaps it's the reflection, that part of myself, that I'm actually allowing to treat me in whatever way, because I feel myself deserving of experiencing and receiving that form or degree of love. If something is hot and cold, push and pull, yes, it exists within the dualistic principle of this reality. It doesn't allow for much of a foundation or stability, a feeling of safety and longevity. And if we don't feel safe, such as in society, then it causes the ego to want to actually grab on to something. If you feel unsafe in a relationship, it may lead you into two different perspectives, two different programs may begin to run: a fight or a flight, an avoidant or attachment style, an anxious attachment. So, with a situation that we never believe actually is forever, we'll either try to create it so, doing everything we can to prove that we are enough, or we will push it away and run for the hills, as it were. And this freedom from this situation, from this perspective, from yourself, in truth, it comes through one single realization: that you are more than good enough, and that you are love yourself, as well as feeling and being loved. We all want to feel safe. So, fear is the perfect example of this. We experience fear and we want to forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. But really, we don't need to go to either of these extremes. We can just continue to flow down the stream. Because fear, just as love, is a feeling state or an emotion, if you like, that is triggered by external conditions and the internal thoughts and processes behind. So if you feel love or hate, love or fear, you can actually remind yourself that these are two ends to the same spectrum, two shades of the same color. the white and black in the yin and the yang, that they actually complete each other and that they are both the same thing, actually void of color. To be free is to live authentically as yourself in every single way, shape, and form. If your love is too much for another, then they are not your lover. If your voice and expression causes somebody else frustration, then they are not the person you want to spend your time with. And if for some reason you feel as though your heart is open and bursting with joy one moment, to have it the next closed and shut down, well, no wonder you want to cry and feel like you're drowning. So it comes back again to that simple, single, and deepest of truths, that the love that you feel for another is your love felt within you. And that another person can only reflect back to you the love that they feel for themselves too. So if your love is too much, too bright, too heavy, maybe it just reminds them that they're not quite ready. Maybe they never will be. All rivers lead back to the ocean. It matters path, not what path it is chosen. It's knowing that you're going in your direction, at your flow, freely, joyfully, and unconditionally, and whoever else is to flow with you, well, they can do so accordingly, but each river has its own journey to take. And it means nothing more or nothing less about you and the way that they may see or view you than it does about the way the moon sees you and views you. I believe in love above all else, and that belief has led me to where I am today and the man I am. And it's been a journey, to say the least, one where I've wanted to get off countless times. And after this weekend gone by, I felt such a sense of blissful beauty, joy, knowing, and almost pride. To come, less than a week later, to know what it is that I must do going forwards, as we are only ever responsible for our own safety and security in life. And this includes being in a relationship with another. If the situation or circumstance feels unstable, well, it's up to us to change the perspective, change the frequency, change the dynamic, change the landscape and make it stable, or move on to more solid ground. And knowing certain situations and things that people need to venture towards to be found, there comes a time when we have no alternative but to choose ourselves, now or never. As to know tomorrow and the day after, well, they never really come. It is this moment of now that it all changes, fundamentally. So it is with happiness and sadness, love, and an echo of fear. I sit before you, the man I am today, smiling from ear to ear. Thank you all for everything you do and for simply being you. And until we connect again, as always, my name is Kane. And if there is any style of meditation you would like created, please comment below and we will create it so. Love, light, and infinite blessings. Namaste.